Assalamualaikum and hello YouTube, my name is Nur Muhammad from NMWatch and we are back with another state of the collection video. So this is the part 2 of the series and we are going to start with this always beloved Casio F-91W. So yeah, immediately when you see this, I'm definitely talking about my digital watches that I have in my collection, but I don't really wear them that much. And you can see that this watch is totally battered because I bought this watch for my son, and after a while he didn't wear it because he broke the strap, which is of the first thing to go on any Casio watches. I mean, even these affordable Casio watches are the straps, so that is why I paired it with this what it calls an old vintage style strap, 18mm strap from, I honestly can't remember the maker or the brand name. I think it's Casio or something like that, but yeah, still it looks cool in my opinion. Maybe there's nope, that it is stainless steel Hong Kong Flexon. Maybe Flexon is the rubber material that is used, but I can't remember the maker name, and I for sure can't give you any links whatsoever because I think I bought this on mudah.com, so it is not a website. It's just a place or on an online platform where people want to sell their products, right? So anyway, so let's just get back to the watch. You can see that 34mm in width and maybe less than 40mm in lug to lug. So you can see that I've took it out from the original strap, and yeah, tons quite a lot of damage holes here because I've tried quite a lot to very difficult to it's quite difficult to get this original spring bars out, and yeah, there are tons of other damages, right? So the crystal is totally scratched up, and of course we can still see the Casio printing because it is printed underneath, and yep, the time is still running. And this one is supposed to have, they don't supposed to have a 10 years battery life, I think, but I think this one I had it for the longest, maybe close to 8 years now, maybe, right? So I might be wrong there, but let's see if the battery can last up to 10 years, right? So yeah, of course, your usual difficult to press button. Yep, it's still working, so that's good. Then that pathetic look. So anyway, so let's just quickly go through and see how the F-91W looks on my skinny 6.75 inch wrist or 17cm wrist circumference, and I think that looks good even for a man or a girl or a kid, right? So yeah, this is the essential Casio watch, but I think this is not the best because I have something else that I think should be be considered a much more better watch compared to the F-91W, right? So the second watch Casio digital watches in my collection is this GWM5610. So this is a gift from my wife. So we've got this I've got this on on my first ever trip to Japan, after I resigned from my previous job in 2016. I bought it and say, hey, can you give me this one? And yeah, she certainly did. And this 5610 BC, it's unique because of that BC means bracelet. So this composite bracelet, a mix of resin and metal in the middle, is for me is the best bracelet that Casio ever made. So I really love using this particular bracelet, right? So of course it has all the features that you need, the countdown timer, the chronograph, the solar powered movement, and also the multi-band 6, which is not workable in Malaysia, but yeah, still I just love it because it is a gift. And of course I've took out the original bezel, and I've swapped it out to this black bezel from AliExpress, and it looks much more tougher. And when I use it on the wrist, yeah, you can see that it fits really nice. And this is my one of my favorite Casio square G-Shock ever, right? So after that, I got myself the DW5600, right? So DW5600 because I don't want to destroy this particular watch, right? So I just love this watch, so I don't really want to destroy it. That is why I bought myself the essential G-Shock, right? So the $50 G-Shock that is being worn by all the movie stars and so many other people in the world. And this is one watch that if you guys have no idea what to give your buddy or your kid or even your even your wife would love this thing, right? So maybe right, so $50, perfect gift. This thing will last forever. Alright, so just have to replace the battery as I did after 2 or 3 years, I think, right? So yeah, awesome watch. And of course the band is still the original, so I've just put it on this aftermarket keeper here, and I've put it on this aftermarket bezel because the bezel broke, right? So I don't know how, but it broke. So yeah, I put it on this black. I think this finishing is almost similar, right? So yeah, if you guys want to know where did I get this this bezel, so please do let me know in the comment section below, right? So this is how the DW5600 looks on my 6.75 inch wrist. Oh my god, so that is difficult. So let's just put it there like so. Yeah, very cool design that will last forever and ever and ever, right? So yeah, as long as the world exists, right? So next up is a baby G that I've got at Japan, in Japan, during my last trip there, somewhere in 2000. No, not like my last trip, 2019, just before the pandemic hits. Of course, what the hell are you doing with a baby G? Good man. So the story is that I've got this for just $10. Was it? No, yeah, definitely $10. Yep, $10. Very cheap, right? So of course I bought it because it has this integrated adapter here, so that I can just easily put in any 20mm strap that I have in my collection. So the model number for this particular piece is BG180L, and I don't think they'll make this anymore. So there is this version, this watch also came with a strap or bracelet version, but I just got it because I think it is cool that you can easily put any straps that you have on it, right? So that is why I've got it, right? So of course it is a baby G. It's gonna be looking a bit small, but I don't really think so, guys. I think it looks okay in my opinion, right? So you can just see it like that. So yeah, not that bad because it's quite thick, to be completely honest, but still having the word baby G on the on the dial does make it a bit a bit weird, but still I don't really mind it, right? So vintage Casio for $10, come on, right? So yeah, that's just cool, right? So next up is a gift again for my wifey. This is the Casio A-700W, easily the thinnest Casio that I have in my collection right now, just under 6mm in thickness, and you can see that the display is very close to the crystal, right? So you can barely see any gap there. So if you are to compare, right, so you can see that there's a gap between the crystal and the module. So this one is very close. So you see that this is way much thinner even compared to the F-91W. So that is why I like this particular piece. And the bracelet is not the AW700W bracelet, but rather the A700WM, because she bought this for me and I bought for her the A700WM, and I took that bracelet off and put it here, and it looks absolutely awesome in my opinion, right? So yep, and if you want to see how cool this super thin watch looks like on my skinny 6.75 inch wrist, right? So this is how it looks, and yeah, I think it's very nice. I just I just don't wear my my Casios that much recently, but yeah, still cool piece to have in your collection, right? So next up is another G-Shock, which is another gift from my wife. So I love her because she understands me and she knows what I like. So this is a Casio GWB5600. So I might be wrong there. GWM5610, DW5600, GWB5600, because it has that solar module and it has that Bluetooth and also Bluetooth connectivity. I just think that it is much more easily usable when I am in Malaysia, in my country, because we don't have that what do you call it, radio clock tower. So yeah, that is why I prefer this one. But still, again, the negative display is not easy. It's not the easiest dial to read, but still it is okay, not that bad. And you can see that this thing not only the module stays original on this particular piece. All of the other things that you see here are all aftermarket. So aftermarket bezel, aftermarket adapters, aftermarket straps, and I think it looks cool in my opinion. But yeah, still, what do you guys think? Right, so that is one of the reason why I really like this square G-Shock so much, because of the infinite choice in modding, modding part for this are very plenty, and you can choose whatever style you like for this particular watch, and I went for this particular setup, which for me looks perfect in my opinion at least, right? So next up is the darling of the Casio world. So I have two of them. Initially I have this one, right? So, and my son say, hey dad, I broke this the band on this particular piece, and I said, okay, so you can have my AE-1200, which is this silver dial version. And again, he completely destroyed it. So you can see there are tons of scratches on the front and at the back of this of the watch, and yeah, it survived. And I've put it on this Vario oil leather strap for this AE-1200, which is cool. And after that, I kind of missing the AE-1200, and I bought myself another version, which is this green bezel version, right? So, and again, it came on a NATO, a two-piece NATO style strap, and I put it on this adapter 18 to 22, and this is a Strapco composite bracelet, right? So which looks really cool. It gives that military vibe to the watch, because this is a green color watch, and I think it looks more of a military watch now when I put it on this thing. And what do you guys think? I just love this thing, right? So not just skip that, putting that one, and just put the green version on my wrist and see how it looks like. So, and yeah, awesome looking bracelet, right? So yeah, I think that looks cool. What do you guys think? So of course, this thing protrudes a bit, and because of this adapter style thingy, but I don't know guys, it gives that tool looking vibe to it, and I just love the setup of this particular piece, right? So that is the AE-1200, two of them, right? So, and next up is, I wanted to get something of a movie watch, right? So of course, this one is a movie watch, this one also is a movie watch, and I want to go for something that has a connection to the Alien movie, although I don't really like the movie. But still, when I saw the offer on I think I bought this from Lazada Malaysia, it is going for quite cheap, quite affordable, and I just have to have it. I just had to have it, right, guys? So this is a very cool, but and not really that useful. Of course, you're gonna have the standard, you're gonna have the standard features, right? So, oops, okay, see, I'm struggling, right? So this is the function button and everything, but still, having the button at the top of the watch really does make it looks a bit different. And usability is not really that great, to be completely honest, but for just a cool factor, what, I think everyone should have this just to have fun in your in your digital watch collection. And if I don't like it anymore, I can just give it to my son and all my daughters, right? So they just love to take watches, or takes watches from their daddy's stuff, right? Their daddy's watch box, right? So that is how the A100 looks on my 6.75 or 17 centimeter circumference, and that is a cool little watch, right? So let's just put it over there. And the better alternative to the A90, so F-91W, is this okay, I'm struggling here, F-105, right? So F-105, a much better backlight, so similar function, and it looks cool as well, right? So you can see that I think I might be wrong here, the case is not exactly the same. They have improved a bit, and yeah, I need to do a comparison review between these two, but yes, so that will come soon enough. But you see the word illuminator at the top there, so that screams much more light in the dark. All right, so yeah, that is why I just love this thing. Unfortunately, they don't really come with that many color, so I went for this blue because I don't have something blue there, right? So that is why I've got it, right? So this is just a recent purchase, maybe 1 or 2 months back, I can't remember, or is it last 1 month? Right, so of course we have that plastic Casio buckle, which will break, definitely will break fast compared to metal buckle, but for 15 bucks guys, 15 bucks, this is an absolute bargain, right? So that is the last Casio of the bunch, but the latest digital watch that I have is not a Casio but rather a Timex, right? So I've recently done an initial review of this particular thing, and I mentioned that we have a big scratch there because the packaging was completely damaged. I've contacted the seller and they say they can they accept a return, so maybe or I might keep this, or I might not keep this, but still when I have it, I think we should just do a video about it, right? So 14 millimeters in diameter, think 13 millimeters thickness, but still this is a great alternative for $35 US, right? So this is 50, this is 35, so I think if you don't you know mind the brand name, so maybe this Timex looks better, and you know, and it has the bigger display, so for aging eyes like mine, so yeah, bigger is better, right? So yeah, anyway, so the strap is really cool, and the buckle of course is, you know, I'm gonna be doing a bit more review of this particular strap if I keep it, but yeah, still I think for the money, 35 bucks, this is definitely one of the bargain that not many people talk about in the watch community, right? So, and of course we have that hole here, and there's a tab at this keeper, so you can just easily slide it in and lock it, right? So which is very cool design, genius design by the way from Timex, right? So let's just quickly shut off the light and see how the lume on all this thing looks, right? So everything glows in this particular bunch, right? So let's just go one by one. Of course the most pathetic one is going to be the F-91W, so I think the light button is here. Nope, is it here? No, oh my god, maybe it doesn't have any lights anymore. I can't see. Okay, where is the light button? Light button is on the top right, so top left. So let's just push it. Maybe it's dead. Yep, it is definitely dead because I can't see anything, right? So right, so this one, yeah, easily glows, so you can just play around, and or you can just push this top button. The DW5600 is at the bottom, so very cool. Yep, fully lit. And this one, where is the light button? Maybe it's the bottom side, right? So yeah, very nice amber lighting there. And A700W, I think the button is here as well. Nope. Yep, this one, right? So we have nice amber color light there. The GWB5600, oh, cool looking backlight there. Of course the AE1200, we're gonna have the light button is on the top, right? So yep, cool amber dial there, so again similar, and this one has two LEDs, right? So that's cool. And the next one is this A100. I think the light button is this one. Yep, double LED, nice. And the F-105, yeah, illuminator, cool looking blue lighting. And last but not least the Timex with the Indiglo button. Yep, very cool, right? So there you have it guys, my digital watches that I still have in my collection. So let's see how many of these stays in the next year. I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty much not going to sell my the gift that my wife gave me. So a few of these will go eventually, but yeah, still, yeah, do let me know what do you guys think of this, of my particular so digital watches. And if you guys like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you want to see more future video reviews such as this one, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Stay safe and bye bye.